Alrighty, guys, back in here for round 3, and entering into round 3. This is gonna be the final Morris Isle map, potentially, and into this Morris Isle, we can actually see about whether or not this can dictate what will be running to the victory wrap for Bauda. I mean, Bauda actually being able to surpass KLA, both KLA, and actually severely surpassing OUG so far, because OUG right now is in 5th place. But we have to see how that performance kind of stacks up here into round 3. You can see OUG is like ticked off. You know, hopefully to see how this comp goes through. No pressure, but this team kind of knows how to have the hand down from these matches. Now Wolves still looking to see what they can choose here. Remember, 0 hero points, so they're gonna rock their Temi. They're gonna run the Sand Siphon comp here. And we see some weird and wildy picks where some teams pick like an out round 2 or round 3 pick. Like right here, Bauda is actually choosing to opt into using Cannonball comp, WBG doing the Snowball comp instead. And we're going to see a double AOT between DRG and BBE coming off of that end. Now into 3rd round position, we are going to see JL rock the Cannonball, XCG rocking it. KLA thinking about it, they're going to rock it as well. And we're going to see another AOT between GG teams. So round 3 hero selections have been chosen. Let's take a look to see about the skill sets between each team and what they are choosing in their respective choices. Now, obviously, we've seen Bauda. You're probably gonna have F2 here, yes, and Office. You know, obviously off of the rip, XCG rocking the F3. They're really playing this game of separation. I actually remember from day 3 where XCG utilized F3 V3 or F3 from Yodohime, as well as with NIHQ's F3 to push Ziping massively away in Ice Shard Lake. It's just like a remembrance from that point. And I don't know if they're gonna try to utilize that same type of play here. Like, not to like to do it every single time, but if we can see one of those plays being made, it's like, oh yeah, it works. You see F3 kind of staggers enemies, they can't attack back, and then F3 from Weishan pushes them back further, taking a negative 40% attack for 8 seconds from the Terra buff or debuff. So they're gonna have to see about that one. Now, 2nd round selections, kind of normal. Yeah, everything's kind of normal. V2 for SS for OUG's Temi, and then nothing here different between the F3 V3 and then F1 V2 for FPX ZQ. And then it's round 3 position. Sleepwalker rocking that same build here for WBG. They are going to opt for that F3 again for A-Shao. That's how you can distinguish how WBG is performing with this comp, with the Snowball comp specifically. And then obviously you can see the VIX between F2, F3 from Weishan's off of JL with the Yodohime with TXJ. Being able to play his top pick of Yodohime. So 17S from KLA going to rock into the F3. Really significant 1st round play from KLA there though. And actually catching that MVP. But we will see this round to kind of commence here. I need an overview of this map. Okay. And so JL is opting into playing over by the Sun Cave. Very hard, like really southbound into the map. You can see them. You can't really see them because of the pause bar. They're right down there. But A Alliance is actually going to be spawning out there as a whole as well. So I'm not sure how they're going to get ambushed upon. OUG over by this Fiery State. No. Not the Sun Cave. Fire Sash is down here. Sun Cave over here. OUG going to be spawning over by the Sigma Mine. KLA is actually as a whole going to spawn into Shadow Jade for those massive Fireflies from the drop on the northern end and then make their way towards Wind Whale. Where is WBG actually on the side of Zeswiner where they can get both Fireflies quickly as can be. BBE spawning into Victim's Haven. Wolves and FPX over on the northwestern side, while we do have DRG and GG over by the Artisan's Grove. And then you can see XCG. I don't get this, man. XCG has been rocking this spot for 3 rounds. No team is contesting this at all. Even if Bauda decides to go by the Golden Tortoise or by the Breezy Maze, the fact that XCG has been allowed to spawn into the top right 3 times, not even just to today, like in the past, it's kind of nuts. It's kind of ballsy, you know, for them to keep going through. It's like, oh yeah, you're gonna do it, you're gonna fight us, but they have priority off of it. It could be too risky because of the shrooms, because it is nighttime, or rather, it's not just nighttime; it's back to dusk, so there's more shrooms to be there as well. It's just really interesting to see. So let's see how it starts off here. Artisan's Grove, Islet Crater fights. TXJ actually finds out Lane in the beginning, and I don't know, JL, I think they might actually almost hold this down. The only problem is I see a distance off of VVV. He wasn't able to close the gap, but he finds that was a massive beacon from the Fairy Shen to get a kill off of Revenge, and off of Bo. Bo's going to be their third elimination, and this whole area as whole is now theirs to kind of conquer. Now, back into the Artisan's Grove, GG finds himself a tether of nothing, actually. CJS actually wasn't able to get that through. Gets caught into the F3 from Wusha 98. Clinks are coming back in. Double R&B. Catches 2 targets. CJS really clean with it, but he kept spamming it fast and faster and faster. Wushin tried to pick up the Soul, doesn't go ahead and do so. You're going to see A-Shot get his V3 slashes, and he does have F3 now. This is where it gets interesting. Sleepwalker is caught, or Wushin is caught out here for this majority, and F3 initiated off here from A-Shot to reposition himself for his free soul break. Really interesting stuff. Of course, now Horizontal comes out here, tries to go for a downward spiral, and then Zhao just goes ahead and I think picks up the elimination. 3 eliminations for WBG. Actually, 4 eliminations total, 3 from that cleanup. Now over into what seems to be the not Islet Crater. This is Northwest Wolfson's FPX. Super Northwest. Can't even remember how, like, it's like very, very rarely do you see that kind of come out into play, but FPX's water is almost getting focused out here to get a Fury Blast, doesn't get caught to that bow shot, and this is the economy game right here. You're going to see that, if I'm not mistaken, Wolves has 1 elimination here, but due to the gold being into the advantage of FPX, they actually find a time to buy a Moonbane with the amount of initial coins that they can actually go ahead and just find around. Because they have no eliminations. The fact that they're able to pick up a Moonbane is kind of crazy to me. So with that coming into play, BBE trying to chase down Wolves. Wolves has a purple armor. This is why Ben is kind of rocking this forward push as fast as he can. Even though there's a staff on ZK, we could see Ben just trying to lock down Cicada while his team will try to ambush this with the third party, esque type attack. Because Zem dropping down here, KLA now showing up into the relevant things. This is where it gets really nasty here for BBE. They're trying to keep the pressure off of Zem. Zem now going to be the one lowest link. KLA 17S, he's waiting. He's got purple armor or purple weapon. CXZ has purple armor. As their Fairy Shen, this is going to be really crucial. As the disenchant happens against ZK, we're going to see Ben try to hold the horizontal as fast as long as possible. He tries to go for an R&B. He goes for the second one. It confirms massive damage for the LMB. Now coming out to play, nothing can keep ZK alive, even with the near proximity of their teammates, because that V3 Viper Ning just does the job for him. QGG sees this enchant happening and working in BBE's favor, but he finds Ben to go ahead and just dip out. KLA QGG having that various Shen beacon for his benefits, it's really crucial. Now they're in a position where they don't get chased upon, but EG locked in by himself looks towards it. There it is. KLA has 2 eliminations so far. They're looking for BBE. Since they are in near proximity, we're gonna see QGG cancel ult, go straight towards his chase. This is dangerous for Fat Milk. Fat Milk holding the R&Bs, gets caught into that the Yodohime slashes and gets eliminated as a result. And Zem tries to go for a res off of ZK after KLA just cleaned up through, and Zem is not in a good spot. I think right now he's at 600 HP right now. Total 500 from the armor, and then 100 for his HP bar. Maybe even 200 for his HP bar. So maybe 700. Even then, he might just try to bang out some sort of blue gold focuses if he can. Uses his F ability, gets caught out as a result. There was no terrain for him to take into consideration for skill rushing, so he just tried to do as a wild haymaker. His decision making came through. They capitalized on a grapple stagger as a result. XCG now chasing out Bauda. Near... I'm really curious. This is northeast, right? Yeah, this is northeast. Definitely northeast. Bamboo Forest. Yoran and up against Kakashi. Not sure. I have to find that one out. But as Yoran loses all his armor here, I mean, he's got blue armor, and XCG92 try to go for the priority off of this list. RMB comes out here. Yoran has ultimate Kakashi, no armor here. Ooh, losing a lot of aim damage for... Oh, my God. Can we talk about this? Hold on. Back it up. All right. So, Yoran pelleted out, has F2, already burnt through the duration of it, so it's not really big of an issue. You can see Kakashi actually use F3 here. R&B from Peak can land this R&B if it's at the point, but he finds a parry against Night HQ's longsword beam. I don't know if it hits both of these guys. It hits Kakashi. Kakashi takes that parry. Isn't denied from an F3. Tries to go for a jump R&B. Peak was looking for it, but it was going to clink here. Now it finally clinks. The duration of the F3 should be down, and I think this kind of guarantees an R&B to come out. Wow. Yeah. Right before Night HQ was able to get the F3 off. And Kakashi actually has ultimate to come out here. Night HQ using to counteract it. He's going to use as much damage coming through. Looking to see how his priority list comes for these slashes. Tries to teleport towards him. Doesn't hit it, but Cannon Shot can actually deny it, and that's going to be it. But it does seem that Night HQ trying to keep the dream alive. Or not Night HQ, but Jianan trying to keep the dream alive. As Bauda keeps the pressure going, and that's going to be 3 eliminations for these guys before the first round. Now, over by the Super Northeast or Super Eastern version of Sunwing's Rest, we are going to see Dongxing actually try to keep that pressure off of A Xiao. R&B comes out here. Oh man, Sleepwalker's about to have the freest freezes of his life. That's going to be it. But the Takeda Fear and Blast comes out to save his life, and the armor heal coming out from water. Or not from water, but from Xiao Hu is going to keep this team sustained through this whole engagement. Dongqing just kept getting frozen and over. Doesn't have any Fury and Blast. Has F1 to go for midair for stagger immunity, but it doesn't matter. Sleepwalker gets caught into the blue. No, not even a blue focus. Even with the F1 up. F1 doesn't even have a chance. Wait, I don't even think he did R&B. Did he not do a blue focus? Yeah, he doesn't. He does actually crouch LMB. Good cancel from Sleepwalker, yeah. Dongqing finds that chance. Yeah, he noticed the F1. He's like, I can't R&B this. I can't blue focus. So he just dashes in midair and then hits the the crotch LMB. But WBG doing pretty good so far. Alliance up against KLA though, over to the Alchemist's Cottage. And as KLA decides to just like hover around with QGG trying to ambush these guys, Bo is just gonna play the grapple game here. 6 grapples, has cannon though, trying to farm up rage, gets cons of QGG's guys, and you're gonna see his gaze. And as, oh wow, Assault Splinter coming out here from CXC, F3 to be initiated, waits for the delayed shot, F1 midair for Bo. Catches 17S. 17 gonna take a lot of tick damage here from the poison. Bo's teammate Revenge using the heal to kind of keep his teammates alive, but also to deny the poison damage coming out. Blaine now losing out on his V2 for the pop, while Revenge is gonna go down. No more side healing coming out. Bo gets kind of grapple. Nice grapple cancel connection into the extended staggers. Can we talk about this? Bo goes ahead. He rushes in here, but gets caught into these nunchucks. That grapple right there, crucial. QGG gets this guaranteed. 17S continues to pressure with the grapple with the nunchucks LMB for those staggers and keeps him propelled, and another cannon shot right into point blank damage that QGG took to the grave. Now, with that being said, that's 6 eliminations for KLA. Elaine is just trying to back off here as much as he can, but they won't let this chase off. I don't think they're gonna give him an opportunity of doing so. And I don't think ALA has any lives to kind of work with, so he's gonna have to really survive for the end circle. Actually, no, wait, they do have lives. Well, not KLA, ALL. ALL does not have any lives. Never mind. They lost their first fight. Sleepwalker though, WBG, 7 eliminations. And HQ is going to be caught out here towards a golden tortoise. RMB comes out, Aurora Burst being revealed. Kind of tough, especially since XCG is now in 7th, and I don't know if that was HQ's final life. I'm gonna assume that XCG has, you know, distance away, because if HQ is by himself up against that team, that's kind of a, you know, basis of positioning. What is this? What are we talking about? I don't know what this is. Something about it. Something about Bauda. What are we talking about? I don't know. But Yaron gets almost caught out here completely. F3 comes out. Kakashi gets locked down. Nice parry from Kakashi. F1 to try to kill confirm, and there's a cannon shots from Yaron as Bauda picks up their 4th elimination. OUG though, right south of them. Romiang positions, you know, It comes down to this, whether or not they're going to take this immediately upon entry or wait it out for a free roam. But they see one room entering. They're going to count 2 since WBG enters the Realm Yang as well. A tuna from you to give the sustain. I think he actually has a martial artist skill for his weaponry. So let's see what Yu's got. Goes ahead and launches up, bow shot to the R&B. Switches with the F1 to keep the propelled state. Horizontal comes out here. Baiji gets locked through for early ultimate, but a Sleepwalker has F2 because longsword beams. It's one of the few parries that you can still be able to activate a skill if long enough duration has been activated. God damn, bro. Yu gets completely obliterated, even with the F1 from his teammate from the King, Ziping Ying. He gets his parry, right, and forces his hand in a position of closing towards his opponent. Tries to commit towards that parry. Since Longsword has that duration, right, he can actually just get denied. And you can see Ace Shao connecting a stagger. This is exactly what does not come up to what he likes to have happen, because another stagger comes out from Sleepwalker, who uses his ultimate to commit another stagger of ultimate focus in order to be in the face of danger. He gets Kanto Wisp, right? You know, SS lands that Wisp throw, but Baiji, he's kind of being able to be that pressure where he forces them to walk away, but he just uses that time to use his V3F, where he gets the roar for his teammates to give them 35% mitigation for 4 seconds. Now he gets his dash LMB. Yu has utilizes his Fear and Blast to go off, but the only problem that comes out of here is now Sleepwalker has advantage to get that freeze. Right? I'm confused though. Doesn't he have like... This might be a visual glitch because it shows that he has level 1 ultimate. So let's just say, yeah, he does have level 2 ultimate because it shows 4 and I can see it count down to 3. And Sleepwalker actually goes for the freeze, confirms it after the Fear and Blast comes out. Actually, that's level 3 ultimate. That's funny. But anyways, Sleepwalker goes ahead, activates ultimate mitigate, gets Con to the Wisp, doesn't matter. FV3 coming out from Baiji, and this gives Sleepwalker a freeze after this point of the Fear coming out. He actually dashes past the first Fear. Really good timing. Catches the R&B. A Shao catches his ultimate to cast out here as Yu gets staggered and pummeled through with the V2 coming out. Sleepwalker now in ultimate tries to focus as SS, even though the Tumult Circle is going to be in play. The V3 or F is already utilized by Wei Shan, so there's not really much time for Wei Shan to actually, or for Sleepwalker to actually walk back into the Tumult Circle with that 4-second timer. But Aurora Burst is revealed. He locks down Wei Shan, who doesn't have a chance of actually pushing this out, and then there's A Shao just going ham. Amazing freeze from Sleepwalker, locking through SS with a hooked wings release from the dual halberds and catches his freeze off the King, gets his the R&B, and that's WBG's play. It's kind of crazy, you know, the pressure of a Wei Shan, especially like in the faces, like not even attacking, just showing up to the fight, and then we gotta dash out, we gotta get out of the way. And that forces the Takeda Furino, but then all of a sudden WBG Sleepwalker is fast enough at realizing that he has enough frames to actually catch a dash through. Getting that Takeda out early on as fast as they did was kind of a big play. Now on to the next Realm Yang. Yuron throwing the F2, has recast still. Go away. Yo, this man, where did he go? What did he say? Did he hit an F2 across like 15 meters? What? I don't know. He has ultimate though. Okay, he waits for the first cannon mode to go initiated. There's VVV losing a lot of HP. TXJ though finds Iran. Iran finds the mech beacon. He gets into it. He's mitigating all the damage. Of course, Iran is now the second mech on the field while he uses the pushback against VVV, who is still stuck into cannon form. He's trying to get him out of cannon form. Iran has VVV has 5-7 seconds until ult defects, until he loses HP and it's over. Now Iran is now in a full offensive position. Finds FX peak, trying to lock it in. Trying to catch those staggers. TXJ trying to meter dump with the crossbow. He switches up. Jing sees that FX is now no longer in Wei Shan mode, while Peak actually loses. He has no armor, so it's up to him. But the F3 coming out from FX there, the pushback to get that push away and getting some time to escape. Buys him some time, but Yaron is still low. FX goes down. Peak finds elimination. VVV trying to F3 midair, catches peak, goes for the LMB, baits it out. RMB release. He can hold check this. That was a clean chance for him to do so, and he gets it. TXJ trying to chase this out, who does have Wind Sprout, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, and he's gonna have that F2 to cause a stagger. That's really smart. He looks for another Wind Sprout. He has it up again. He tried to captures out Uran. Uran goes ahead and counters that. That's a Hepa detach. That's a reveal that he was not looking up for. Hold check of Destiny doesn't work in his favor. He has ultimate. Will he live for much longer? They will not allow it. And Bauda comes out on top for that win. JL goes down. Crazy swaps. Let's back this one up because I want to make sure we watch this one again because we just came off of that previous fight. So early onset ult from Uran, right? And as TXJ tries to go for it, has his beacon draw, or has himself to go ahead and use not ultimate, having already used ultimate, right? Pressure comes out here again and again. I'm looking at FX here, right? Right, he goes down. Uran is still low, but I don't know if he's resetting. I think he's just putting pressure, yeah. Yeah, but peak goes down, right? So now it's a 2v2. Jin gets some heals. TXJ and VVV, they're trying to rush this down. Now this is where it was like, okay, yeah, the Wind Sprout, it works out with the F2 because he causes more staggers against Jin, who does have an F3, kills off VVV because that stagger comes out. The F2 wasn't able to save his team at any time, and that had the detached reveal just puts them in the position where that beacon drop right there for the fan, jump LMB, and even with ultimate just goes ahead and poke this one out, gets out of that victory. I mean, like, gold fan in your Ron's hand now. So, you know, he wasn't alone. He, like, you know, if he finds out Wind Sprout, it's over. Xiaonan, though, gets eliminated here outside of the Rumiang towards northeast of the Shadow Jade Mountain. We are going to see OEGU try to go for the chase here. 2 eliminations. 9HQ outside of this region, he's going to go straight towards the cliffside towards Sunville Dwelling and just try to climb up here if he can. He's going to hit the Wang Shrine for, I mean, not even the Wang Shrine. I mean, they can technically go through Crow's Nest if they decide to do so. But, you know, it's just like a basis of that for them to actually decide about it. Of course, within this realm of things, or OUG, they only have 3 eliminations into this round. So they're kind of working, they still kind of work their play and seeing about the end game, but 7 eliminations for Bauda here. They have Vermilion Birdsmite for another 2 minutes. They have 7 eliminations. They're still keeping the locked in lead, but we have 10 eliminations from WBG, which Water actually looks to be eliminated from the zone as well as with Dongqing. Where's Fun Bless Phoenix? Are they holding E? I don't know. No, it looks like they just died to the realm with to utilize their Vermilion Birdsmite. I mean, they're 3rd place, 2 kill eliminations so far. But I don't know. I mean, they're spaced out here. So in terms of like now that they're in Roaming depletion mode, or not Roaming depletion mode, but they burned their Vermilion Birdsmite to go ahead and distance out. They'll definitely find a way to actually go ahead and, you know, just be safe in soul form. But Sleepwalker at WBG, 10 eliminations with the Snowball comp. And this is their 2nd time rocking this comp today. So, you know, I'm kind of hoping to see where they kind of end up in rounds 4 through 6. Because I mean, I'm not saying I don't understand how the rules set, like if it resets the hero, like their usage of the heroes, but if it doesn't, or if it does, then yeah, that really puts a strain on those +2 games of being able to use a hero 3 times, or using a hero, a team comp 3 times, and only having 3 hero points left. But if they get a reset on their value, like a huge reset on their value. Like if they get a reset on those uses, like oh yeah, you ran that comp twice, like Cannonball twice, you can still run Cannonball. Like now you have 0 Cannonball uses, right? That means your 3rd game with Cannonball next time is not going to count 2 points each. Like, oh, that's kind of different. It's kind of huge. But like the Shipwreck fight, KLA, CXZ gets eliminated out here. Bauda actually fighting 3 eliminations within their Rumiang, within their Vermilion Birdsmite. Really good. Nice enchant off of QGG. Well, I don't know because QGG did not. Wait. What? Nah, I'm confused. Yeah, QGG didn't get caught into that Tessa ultimate. It's kind of weird. And he actually has time to escape, but I don't think they're gonna let up anyways, right? So he deforms in midair, gives himself enough time to distance out, but gets found out. Flaming Cage kind of dangerous there. Nice F3 commit towards a gold focus and pressuring out his enemy, but then an ultimate, or no, an F1 cast to commit towards more staggers from CJS. I like that. I need to see that more. Like I like people using combo breaker skills like the F1 Tesla to actually commit towards more pressure against enemies. That's really good. But I don't know. Jahu's gonna be by himself here. Yeah, this is stagnation. We're waiting for Romiang. I don't see anything else coming out here. You know, Romiang. You know, this movement is gonna grief them. Yeah. At the end, the OUG versus WBG. Ooh. Okay. No. Hold on. Now this is gonna be a fight. Now this is gonna be a fight revolving around, and like now this is round 2. You know. Yep. Escape main. All right. So, Sleepwalker finds his R&Bs. You finds his F1. Sleepwalker trying to catch those staggers. He catches him. And then this tumult circle from SS is amazing. I'm not going to lie. The timing there, the corner right there, like everything giving A-Shao, the forcing the F3 preemptive because he heard it coming. Gives Sleepwalker enough defensive position here with the F2 to get his energy back. Oh man, he tries to get himself away from this. You're gonna see A-Shao actually try to focus onto pushing out these guys, but the Baiji trying to lock down SS, who gets to the sky. Now you goes in the ground uniform. Remember, he is Takeda. He's got those Furions once the time comes for him to activate, but he's waiting until Sleepwalker pushes him. We already know what's gonna happen here, right? Like Sleepwalker's like, yeah, I'm locking onto you, bro. There's a parry. That was clean. That was an F3. Perfectly able body for A-Shao. Army comes out. Sleepwalker finds ultimate. Yu's gonna act this in response. Is it going to be an immediate because he knows that the king is charging up an R&B in the backline, or is you going to delay it? Crazy. That's actually impeccable. Wow. In literally, and I mean this literally, one fell swoop. And naive, like by the point of... The point of Sleepwalker activating ultimate, right? The moment of this parry, right? The moment the F3 was down by Yodohime, she didn't even like get a chance doing everything because we know Yodohime used ult early on. So as with Baiji, who was actually using ultimate to negate the Temi circle, right, to give his teammate like more better chances of getting back. But Sleepwalker sees that R&B right from A-Shao. Is like, okay, now I can initiate. But what happens here? SS sees the whisk throw, denies Sleepwalker's ultimate. He had enough time in the sky to throw that down, which gives Sleepwalker a lot of worry because look at this Aurora burst that he was able to charge up and actually commit towards. Doesn't catch Sleepwalker, but Sleepwalker was being held onto for a Fear and Blast. You wasn't using it to push them back. He was waiting for Sleepwalker to look for a freeze, and it works in his favor so much because now that the king is back into play to close in with the fan, he finds Sleepwalker down. You finds a Roar Burst from SS to confirm the kill off of Baiji, and then all of a sudden parry off of A-Shao, who doesn't have F3. We know that thing is down because of earlier onset from that point. That gives OUG such an immense victory. Let's put it that way. Let's put it that way. It's tough, but it's all part of the process. Shout out to SS dropping in here with a wisp and the Roar Burst. All right. Well, in the meantime, stagnant fights happening here. FX is trying to avoid KLA, and T17S actually has Velocity Untold. But these actually are the final teammates between their own. Okay, hold on. Nice swap. Switches out his range weapon actually for it. But FX is just gonna run this out. This is the final grapple. Nah, that's not F2. I thought it was F2 for a millisecond. I was like, wait a second. F3 to push back. Catches that neutral. Doesn't get the grapple bump. That's okay, though. SS still has a full meter, so he can horizontal release if he needs to go ahead and use horizontal block extreme. Velocity again. And ultimate cast. Wow, what an anticipation. Oh, FX doesn't get the first slash. Doesn't get the second slash. 17S actually in a little bad spot because he had no grapples. But we're gonna have to see. Over by south of the Sigma mine. Sorry, Gamma mine. We're gonna see by the holes by Yaron and WBG. Bowda versus WBG. Hold on. Dreadful Wheel. Aurora Burst. Sleepwalker is 1 HP. He's getting heals like massive from an advanced heal though. That's pretty good. Probably coming in from his backliner. Yeah, Sleepwalker gonna heal up here big time. Yeah, Ron though is low. I think Sleepwalker can come into the run, but he finds the beacon before Sleepwalker was able to catch the freeze. Sleepwalker has no more dashes. He's gonna try to go heal. We're gonna see DRG's CXE. Actually CXE? No. Moonlight? No, WFZ. Find the Tessa enchant. RMB denies this really strong opposition of a Fairy Shannon. Now comes into play where WBG might be in a position of just wild haymaker play because look, Baiji rocks into the middle of a Viper Ning. He has no chance to use ultimate. He finds it. Can the switch around happen? There's a enchant on Sleepwalker who doesn't have ultimate. Wushin uses Wushin 98 uses Dreadful Whale here. WFZ goes down. Wushin 98 and his team gonna get out here due to Moonlight's position, but then there's Bowda for the backline, and Bowda is gonna be making sure they get punished for that teleport coming up from the Wuchen. As Wushin 98 gets out, Peak is just trying to catch us out. Yaron as well goes down because they can't get back to the body, but they have 7 eliminations, 11 for WBG, but they're missing out on WBG Sleepwalker, who is rid of the Rummy Yang depletion. Have to detach though. Massive push away. Another R&B and a chant coming out from CJS. And as it comes out, LXM with the V3 Viper Ning ult, F3 to burst down Sleepwalker and Baiji to the point where they're like they can't do anything to escape this. Perry comes out. Pete gets enchanted, but he sees Baiji's done. Sleepwalker's done. I don't think they're gonna get out this. I don't think a Moonlight's down south, like super south. A-Shot trying to get to the top of the tower, man. I mean, if he hides, oh, this is huge. This is crucial. Unless they're gonna hunt down A-Shao. Yeah, LXM's going up though. Not gonna happen. A-Shao really trying to get these reses, huh? No, Sleepwalker's not gonna. They're not gonna allow the Yodohime, especially if they find him, but. A-Shao has to play for placement now. 11 eliminations here is like crucial for him to get at least top 5, but at the same time, the problem is that comes out of this is that A-Shao is a Yodohime, and he has F3 though. That's the biggest benefit right now for him, where he has F3, where he takes no damage coming in from these forces. Finds us Firefly, so that's very good. And what's crazy too is that Bowda has two allies to be alive while they lost out their third. Roy Shishi getting his V3 here. Perry coming in from CGS, but gets caught to that V3 stagger from the Viper. Roy Shishi trying to propose work, gets a successful hits, goes for a musket shot for that third hit as a bait out, but the ult feels bad for the Wuchen ultimate because they went to the zone. Ben actually wasn't able to reset that ultimate cast. He actually finds, or not Ben, not Ben. Who is it for? Fat Milk. Fat Milk put the ult down into the zone. Forgot to reset it to a spot into the zone. Unfortunate. I mean, there was no spot for them to be safety netted for a spawn because they would go into OEG's face because of that. But A-Shao's in the zone still. You're going to see him find Ben. Ben's going to have ultimate here to ready to be available. Finds the V1. F3 for A-Shao. Actually commits towards his kill. Oh, wait. If he gets his kill, you know what happens here, right? He gets his Soul Bloom. He's back in the game. Where's the Soul Bloom? There it is. A-Shao, though, is getting caught to these cannon shots, and the zone is just too far away for him to actually commit towards and getting back, and just ties out. Feels bad. But WBG's top 3. So far, so good. 12 eliminations with the snowball comp. Doesn't seem to be too bad, but they get caught out by the DRG ultimate as well as BBE ultimate, and it's on top of the Baudo. Yeah, just a lot of pressure folks coming out here, and, you know, Yu is going to be catching an elimination against CJS. We are going to see whether or not Yu has the capabilities of catching Peak, because Peak is just going to be running out into a third party from Wolves, maybe. I don't know. Wolves has a full roster ready. They have only 1 elimination. They can get hungry. They can get super hungry here really quickly. to kind of put this pressure on. Look, they're ambushing. Peak, the instigator, actually gets himself out of the danger zone and forces the fight between OUG 330 Wolves. A Temi ult circle coming out from SS. You're gonna get staggered from the V3 from the Viper Ning. Has 2 more Fury and Blasts to confirm a stagger off of one of these opponents. Finds his 2 of them in the line of sight. Can catch it through for an RMB. Tries to go for a second one. 330 trying to get out of here. Can he do so? No, not the case. And the solo pickup from you finds themselves their 9th elimination for OUG. Still in 5th place. Now they're going to pass out FPX with 2 points, 3 points, technically 2.9. But we're going to see ZK look towards the King, finds ultimate cast immediately. The Wolves are, like I said, they're hungry, right? They only have 1 elimination. The King gets eliminated. That's going to be kill number 2. Now, Aurora Burst from SS is crucial here as Yuke is able to connect off of the ZK, has a Fear and Blast to be available, but Lane has that Cab Bloom, and he is Temi, so he can walk through the circle with ease. As he tries to pressure us in, you can see Lane is rushing right through the realm of things. ZK gets content his head to detach, gets eliminated, and that's going to give only 2 teammates, one of the each coming out here. Who's going to catch his blue focuses? Zem is going to be the one, EG is going to be the one, Bo is going to be the one successfully catching those 3 eliminations for the squad as well. Yeah, Revenge is really doing the workout here, you know, big time. And you're going to see the King locked into position between both Lane and Bo, and as much as they kind of lock down King, they catch their 4th elimination here, but these Soul Blooms are crucial right now. Bo is at 50%. Purple armor swap on the fly. As gold armor is picked up by Lane, it looks like someone's trying to play sneaky inside of these buildings in Council Courtyard. Revenge is, you know, got hit by some shots. I don't know from where. Maybe from JL. Oh, nice cannon shots with the Rupture Gale Orb. Perfect. Yeah, looks like I'm going to be locked into the corner. I don't know. SS is all the way out there for OUG, so he's just keeping for placement. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. 9 eliminations, man. You want to take those multipliers for sure. But the highest kill eliminated team was ALL or WBG with 12. So now it's up to really OUG to hold that mark. Wait a second. Dongqing finds an army off of SS. That's unfortunate. Eliminated. How did they find him? Was he? He was in the zone. Okay. Who spots him? Dongqing? Water? Dongqing finds him. He hears him. F1 catches the midair stagger, and then tries to go for the. Oh, that jabbing was too good. Yeah, Dongqing had that range. And of course, another roar burst coming out from water. There's wow. Wait. Zhao Hu actually having to force the V3 to V2 for the Kurumi ultimate. Now a Moonbane is locked into the western side of this area. You can see Dongqing just trying to get back into here for the cleanse off the burn. F2 or F3 from the Kurumi giving the tether for some extra damage mitigation while the real damage dealers, right, come out here to keep the pressure on. Really strong. And it's also to note that the reason Kurumi kind of works so well now is because she does get heal over time for F3. So you can actually see how much Kurumi kind of does her value even with F2 variants without the healing. So you know, it works out in their favor. I think Dongqing Do finds his jabbing really crucial, especially for short burst damage with the V3 Takeda. If he stays along long enough where he isn't going to get focused out here. The Moonbane though is going to expire in a couple of seconds. You're going to see Zhao actually take a smack out of it. Not looking too good. He's getting some heal over time to negate out the burn damage, but he's going to go ahead for some armor heals. Even though it's half healing efficiency, it's still, you know, still necessary. They're going to burn through their resources though as a result. 2 to 6 for Dongqing in terms of healing berries to the armor powder ratio. Repositioned into the forests of Shipwreck Expanse and towards the port. It will become a Viper game here. I mean, causation for an ultimate from the sky to drop down for a silence that confirms, and then going for F3 into RMBs from like any weapons that comes out with a single hit blue weapon, rubber band, anything of nature, something to control the enemies as much as possible. We'll have to see. Pokes coming out back and forth between these guys, though. The opponents are just going through each other like water, no pun intended. But Dongqing finds the time to kind of hold off into the corner for some resources, and JL more to the fines for Zhao Hu, by the way. So that's not going to kill the. No one's going to kill the Kurumi anytime soon if she's actually able to utilize that mortal fines efficiently with the ultimate cast, or if it's just being able to get the F3 off and then being able to mitigate even more damage off of that 400 burst heal. If she's not being burned, by the way. But we'll have to see. Aurora burst from water. There's really crucial to hold off this position from any range gamers. Bo gets constant enchant, and this isn't actually so. The enchant here is really kind of crucial for what GG was trying to propagate, because Everyone can see that enchant come off. Everyone can see these enemies are now locked into 3 seconds of CC status, and they can just range them down if they choose to. But you can see Revenge actually getting... Oh, wow. Wait. I need to see something. That was close. Can we talk about lane? Let's talk about lane. I like how Lane was able to get that ult off, but he was kind of trying to body block Revenge, who was getting eaten with Armor Pierce coming in from LXM. Not LXM. Armor Pierce is in the hands of CJS or 330. I'm gonna say both of them. No, I'm gonna say LXM. Whoever had the purple musket. So whoever had the purple musket is working with that Armor Pierce, for sure. Yeah, probably. Now Cannonball comes out here, but the thing that I'm having kind of like a about is that VVV actually has cannon mode initiated for himself. I'm not sure what happened as to why he had to use the ultimate, the Cannonball for himself. Most likely because he had no armor, so he's looking to reset the armor as a safety net. But he now has no opportunity of building up rage against enemies while he's in this mech form. So as the Fairy Shen, right? He's going to probably want to demech here once he resets, but he's going into cannon mode. He hits off lane. 3 opponents smacked into the face. Revenge. Going to see Bo get knocked back again and again. Revenge has V2 ready in case things get a little bit dangerous here, and it's going to be a little bit spot. LXN goes down. Soblin pick up 1,000 heal, or pretty much 500 for the armor. As Bo goes ahead, has 2 other Fear and Blast. He will get toggled in with the grapple stagger, or a headshot. Not sure which one, but VV gets caught to the RMBs. Gets caught to the Wisp, gets eliminated like that. FX jumps right in here, gets a parry off of Revenge, no sap. And then a Yodohime ult to cause staggers to push back enemies and cause more time to be burned. A lane goes down. TXJ loses VVV, right? Now Water is in his corner, and TXJ can't pick up the Soblum in time. It's not going to be to his benefit. FPX was there to snag it. And TXJ tries to use his Shadow Step to his advantage here, but the Fear and Blast is going to cause Dongqing to just do a quick amount of damage, back off, go right back in. Has 2 more Fear and Blast. He doesn't get himself into a status to use that jabbing here, but he does find this Takeda, the Temi ult from Water, as a massive surplus of actually controlling his area, because CGS is in the corner. Water is pushing it through. The V3 from the Viper holds her ground with the mitigation. And GG actually almost loses their teammate, but CGS finds the time to heal, but he doesn't have enough time after Bo just rushes in there with an army from the fan, a Hepta detach from Revenge. Dongqing actually almost locked through here for another Hepta. An RB from the fan doesn't confirm. Dongqing has 78% for his ultimate. He's just healing up his vitality. And as you can see, LXM is in the sky. He has around 700,000 HP or so. He's getting advanced heal procs. The V2 coming in from Kurumi doing a lot of work for FPX here. And LXM trying to hold off with 330, who's just going cannon shots to cannon shots. Bo gets locked into the zone. We're gonna see the Hepta the Aurora Burst doing so much work for Water here. Silence, gold focus, everything that comes out of it for those amount of duration. And Bo gets caught to that jabbing just a little bit more, just a little more damage. Catches the LMB. F1 comes out. V2, oh, wow, massive healing from Bo. But that's gonna be it. At PX, 8 eliminations here so far. 4 targets left on the list. Let's see what happens between these Skyrise gamers. With GG330 going for musket shots against Dongqing. Looks like Zhao is going to try to go for a grapple stagger. Not going to happen. F1 from Dongqing goes for those RMBs. Keeps the control here. Keeps those staggers going. You can see how much it comes down to FX. Now up against Dongqing to get him through. But it looks like 330 might be losing it out. And it's going to be the case even with the Wuchen port. Soblin pickup from Dongqing. And that Takeda ultimate is up and ready in 3, 2, 1. Dongqing goes for it. He allows for it. Jabbing is for free for the first cast. F3 comes out from LXM. He's just going to spam blue focuses, but then that's going to be a Water ultimate from the Temi to deny LXM his position inside his area. And with that, that's going to be kill number 10. No, FX didn't give the elimination, but it's still kill number 10. That's still kill number 10. And I think we're seeing the arc of FPX. Guys, I want you to understand that FPX standings, not the craziest standings. I gotta be honest. We'll look through it through the proposed points, but I'm gonna make my point about that. So let's go through the standings, right? So what's crazy about this is that, remember how it says 9.7%? 9.7% is the proposed points taken over from the first 2 days of their gaming. FPX had 9.3, right? Not too crazy, not too brazy. but they're doing so, like, this is like a really this is a stack to stack fight between Bauda, KLA, FPX. First round led KLA to the lead. Then the second round led Bauda to the lead. Now FPX is the ones in first place, and they're going by increments of decimal points to actually pass out these teams. And like I said, spoiler alert, I already stated it 2 times before, OUG wins, and they're currently in 5th. So a catch-up round is kind of like a pop-off round. We're going to have to see what kind of occurs off of this end, because WBG is in 4th right between them. And they're doing pretty good work with the snowball comp that ALL was able to kind of cultivate into day 2 for their Trios games. So, I don't know. I mean, bottom 6 has BBE at the very bottom, DRG in 11th with 26. 26.6 for XCG, Wolves at 28.7, 30.9 for ALL, and 36 for JL. And then, you know, it just comes out to be the winner of this. I mean, like, just to get to match point right now is closing at 57. Or around 16.8 away from 74. So that's literally one more of these type of games, but it's not game 2, but like game 1 or game 3. And FPX will win this one out. So take a look at the MVP or the scores overall between these guys. The healing was immaculate from Kurumi, even though they may not have crazy kills. They do have like those values, you know. But Zhao was actually MVP. He still has Mortal Defiance, so he never lost Mortal Defiance in the middle of those fights. And all he was using was bow. Well, he was using bow with the scatter shot, with the burn, with the target lock, and then burst arrow. So he was able to kind of, or not burst arrow, with scatter shot majority. I didn't see a target lock and fire arrows from him, but I did see it from someone else, which was able to cultivate on to those fights. But more importantly, it was just to sustain and keeping his team alive for like 18k healing. I mean, it's Kurumi. It's not like Zipink where she can get multiple heals. But we will be back for rounds 4 through 6, and then going off this end. Appreciate you guys for kind of sticking through here, and if not, thank you anyways. But any feedback, anything, any comments, just let me know. If you want to like, you can. If you don't, it's okay. If you want to subscribe, big time. But my name is Severio. I'll see you guys later.